Hi guys, today we are going to replace a few pieces. This is just simple job, nothing really hard. Um, I do not know what to call this, so I just call it door panel handle. And the second one is the middle console. It was really beat up. I forgot to take a picture before, and I tried to buy a pre-cut piece from Amazon, but it doesn't fit right. And the third piece is actually a headliner. It's very saggy, so I will show you the picture before and after. This is the only two material that you really need for this job. It's very simple. I use the 3M headliner adhesive. However, you can use whatever brand that you choose. It is up to you. I only use one spray can for the rest of these three jobs that I have. And then the headliner material, you can pick whatever you want at the craft store, whatever it is that you choose. You can be more colorful and pick whatever color that you choose. But Joanne has fabrics similar to this, that it has all kinds of cool designs that you can custom made it to your taste. I got this piece from a junkyard, just for a few dollars, and because mines are kind of falling apart, so I kind of rip these old piece out, so I can able to replace the whole thing, kind of matching the color, and then I scrape off all these glue and the foam pieces remaining on the piece. This job is good for beginners because this is a small little piece. It's very easy to do. So if you attempt to try something like this the first time, this is a good piece to try out. Then usually my cat loves to be involved in a lot of my projects. So she's giving me a little bit of assistant right there. After you pull the piece out of the original piece, what you do is you just tracing the pattern of the old piece to transfer to the new one, so that way it will fit perfectly when you put them back on. If you want to be sure, sometimes you might want to make it a slightly bigger than the piece itself, so that way you will have a little bit of playroom in case you make a mistake. You can able you have an extra piece to able to cut it instead of have to make a new piece. So afterwards, you just gonna cut the piece out. Afterwards, you can spray the headliner on the piece itself, and if you want to do both sides, you can. You can spray headliner into the fabric itself too, and then afterwards you just kind of like press it and straighten it out and smooth it. and then cut the excess. Afterward, you want to insert the piece from in between, and then you put the handpiece back together and screw them, and you'll be fine. This is how it looks like afterwards. On this piece, I usually just place the old piece and making sure that I trace it a little bit bigger. I knew the piece that I bought from Amazon earlier was not fit properly, so I need to trace it a little bit bigger. However, if you take it out directly from the middle console itself, you do not need to trace bigger. It will fit perfectly. And I sprayed on the plastic piece itself, but sometimes if it's not sticking right, you can definitely spray on both sides, on the fabric and the plastic piece. And also you just want to like making sure you smooth it out and pull it straight, so that way it will stay really beautiful and straight instead of saggy and wrinkly. I use a little butter knife to tuck it in some area, especially the front, so it will look pretty and neat. And cut the excess. If it's too big, you can cut it and then tuck it down. Now it's ready to put back together. It looks very beautiful when it's done, and all we need to do is screw back 4 screws that you take it out, basically, and you are done for the job. This is what she used to look like. She's old and saggy and needs a little facelift. So I decided I'm going to do this myself. This is the tool you're going to need. So just pull it out. Pull it out. That's it. This part I use a hard bristle brush. I think it's kind of like metal. It's really easy to scrape it using that brush and then a vacuum so that way it doesn't have a bunch of dirt and dust all over the place. And then after that, you're just gonna spray it evenly. I spray it on the headliner itself. And then I sprayed on the fabric too as well to have a double adhesive. And I press it down and press it very smooth and making sure you don't have wrinkles, making sure they're all smoothing out without wrinkles. And pull it and stretch it out while you're doing this so that way they don't clump together and wrinkly up. This one is not drying right away, but it dries really quick. So you want to make sure that you don't want to let it wrinkle for so long it's hard for you to pull it out. So making sure you press it really good and smooth out the surface. Then I flipped that side over and I started on the other side. And I repeat the same thing as I did the first, the other side. Sprayed evenly both sides and then pull it straight out, smooth as possible. Then I tuck in the sides also. Tuck it under. After that, I cut out the excess and leave like an inch perimeters uh, extra, so that way I have the extra room to tuck it behind when I flip it over. For the holes that need to be cut out, I just use sharp tip scissors and cut it like that, and then I spray with the adhesive, and then I going to tuck it in upside down like that. This girl is going to be putting back together the way I took it out. Basically, I just reverse engineer everything, and so far it's gonna make a huge difference of how she looks. She's gonna be looking young and beautiful again. So it's gonna be my project for this upcoming few months. I want to be working on this car and try to make her look beautiful again. You're not going to able to recognize it by the time I'm finished with her. She is going to be like a hot chick. Alright, look at this. I'm going to let you see how it looks like afterwards. So she is, look at how nice it is. No longer have to be sitting there and all this cloth or like, you know, rubbing on your head all the time. So by the time I'm putting everything back together, she's going to be very beautiful. I replaced all this mat too as well.